Welcome back, you fox lovers, to another video, and today we are back playing Danganronpa. This is going to be the 5th class trial, I think. I don't know. But that's what we're about to enter in. We have one more class trial after this one, so that's like, so there's 2 class trials left, technically, since I haven't started this one. But, yeah. And that's what we're doing now, so let's just start. Whoa! Byakuya and Makoto showed up together? Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's rigged high enough for you guys to go off together. Just the two of you. What? Are you jealous? Hey. Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself? What? Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second? He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. But yeah, freaking Kyoko's not here. And then 5 minutes became 10. What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma showed up yet?
Could it
Maybe
be?
He died again. What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or... Or what? Jesus!
What?
Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the one making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Boo! Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look. Nice. It's Kyoko, guys. Look, it's Kyoko. I'm here, and no rules have been broken. Kyoko? Kyoko, you're still alive. No, that's a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. We need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late? I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right. There's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of ya. Okay. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko, so you really didn't die? Of course I didn't die. Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right. Now we've got to deal with a ghost. I told you to stop talking. Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, but wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long. I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's
There
right.
aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out? Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to the trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late. I'm sorry, I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to? Actually,
Wrong.
to be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Kyoko's account has been added. Nice.
Just a second.
Hey! What are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma. We can go over all the details after we get through the trial. Okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation. Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial... a crucial moment for her? Well,
Goodbye.
that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Okay, I believe this video might be real long. I don't know how long though, and I don't want to cut anything out because that's a pain if it's too long. I have to scroll through all the stuff, cut the parts, and plus I don't know what to cut out because I don't know what's important and what's not. Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the doors slid shut. Damn, look how much people is left. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to it. Oh. Getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, but it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Damn, it's despair.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Ah! I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. It looks like a circus. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed. Let's get on with the show.
Chills.
And so the curtains opened for the fifth time. Yeah, I was like, a deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. I'd like to save. I saved. Get that skill. Have that skill. Ambidextrous. Where'd I get this from? Allows you to lock onto two statements at once. Ooh, effective during the bullet time battle. Ooh, okay. Not bad, not bad. Finish preparations. Now let's start the class trial so my voice can actually be like...
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Okay, I don't know if it's my headphones, because I think it might be my headphones, but lately, like, you know that video I made, the video with the thing, what's it called? That the non-nary game. There we go. I said that everyone sounded like robots. They sound like robots in here as well, so I think it's my headphones. Because when I was editing the video, they didn't really sound that much robots apart from the person on the screen, the weird rat.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
I think it's this. That's what I think it is. I think it's the aux cord. Because I think I was using these headphones for my phone and it didn't really sound that bad.
Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Yo, where's my headphones? I had like earbuds and I don't know where those went.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Dude.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No! That's a ghost!
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Church's dead body had...
Traits?
I don't know. What important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her?
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. Because Kyoko is right there. Why are you guys stupid? But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. Are you serious? Yasuhiro is the only person who thinks Kyoko is a ghost. It's not Kyoko, because Kyoko is standing right there. So I don't have any choice but to... shoot people. Shoot people's words. Ah, damn it. Tattoo on the right hand. Fake nails, that's one. That's one. You can't wear nails with a... I forgot to play this. Hold up. Forgot to play this. Damn it, hold up. What button do I press? Which button do I press to switch?
Okay, then prove it.
I can't.
Oh, she's not a ghost.
There we go.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
I think it's because I lowered the
Then
volume of
she's
the
wearing gloves
character's
before the
voices. I can barely hear them.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Okay, why?
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Okay, how do I... Okay, B is to speed up.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Damn it.
Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Damn, I haven't done this in ages, so I can't remember how to do it.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got
That's
burnt
so
up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Damn it, it's why, okay. Oh,
No, that's
dude,
wrong.
it's so hard. Like, it's been ages since I've done a class trial, so.
No, There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands. It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails. Don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
I don't know how to pause. Right here. It was right here. Okay. Let me go to system. Options. Why is the voice volume all the way down?
If anyone doesn't know
sounds like
women,
robot.
it's
Never
you.
mind.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right
Exactly.
here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. I hate this because it's so hard to do it now. I was like a pro at this. I think I got it. Sprinklers, exploded body.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
I think it might be Hina's. I don't know.
If Kyoko...
Kyoko really... Then who died?
There's gotta be some way...
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition, and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
Damn, why do I keep clicking Y? I mean A for that. I keep clicking
No,
A for
that's
that.
wrong.
Click Y, not A.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
A cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
If you compare the tattoo to other information we have, the victim's identity should become clear. Yes.
I got it!
Yes.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Why is the music so loud? Why is the music so loud? It's still louder than the voices, and yet the music is all the way down. Why am I even hearing the music right now?
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is... Poochie. You're gonna make me do this? Oh, okay. Oh, crap. It's wolf. That's, like, easy.
Now I understand! The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology.
Trickster god Loki. What did I click? Loki.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
No.
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a classTrial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
She is the
After
ultimate.
all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a
I-
description.
Ultimate soldier?
All it said was
yeah.
that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Then who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba?
A
She's
person.
been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Yep.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
I don't know, you're just kind of wait and find out.
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
First and foremost.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine.
Possible.
Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Hey, that's kind of bold, don't you think?
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brain!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no!
How?
There's a
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
You.
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, there can only be two suspects. Makoto and Ki.
Shoot!
This damn controller. I moved down. Why'd you click that
I'm
one?
sure you realize.
I got it!
Ah, Jesus.
You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me.
Why do you say that?
Why do you say that, huh?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there.
Yeah, but how do you know you weren't the person who killed them, huh? Huh?
So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
Yeah, but
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to
killed
say,
him in
the
pairs.
4 of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it! I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
So what time was the body discovered? 9.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock. So it's probably 9 on the dot now. Okay, go get the pickaxe. Be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
You guys been in the gym since... about 12 hours. You've been in that gym for about half a day, I guess. Like, dude, what? Because you said you were going at 10 to go get Yasuhiro because of the Monokuma thingy, you know? And then you guys left about 9. Or around 8 or so. Yeah, it was about 8 when they left. It's about like 11 or 12 hours you've been there.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m., and I don't have an alibi from 10 till 7. Okay then, it looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. I know what to do. Sprinklers, that's it. Sprinklers.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night
Yeah, that's
and
right.
9 o'clock in the morning.
That's right.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Please, please. Damn it, no. Never mind. Okay.
Shoot!
We've established a time frame
For the murder, it took
place somewhere between 10 o'clock
and
9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of
I
that
hope it's
time.
sprinklers.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Okay, so I don't think it's sprinklers. I thought it was gonna be sprinklers, but I'm not
We've
there yet, I
established a
don't think.
time frame for the murder.
This-
It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and
I
9
don't think
o'clock
it's
in the
that one. I
morning.
don't think it's 10 o'clock at night.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
How about you, Fiona?
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
Okay, so
No,
it was
it's
that
wrong.
one with the sprinklers. I knew it was sprinklers. I don't know why I didn't try that one. Just because it
Actually,
didn't seem
the
right.
murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean?
That's not true, because the body was wet because it wasn't wet because of the sprinklers, but the body was there before the sprinklers went off.
By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
Damn it, I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it. If we look at the body itself, that should make it clear. Why can't everybody just back me up? Everyone saw me pour the bucket of water on the body. I forgot to play this one.
I admit nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing.
Oh crap.
No!
I forgot how to reload for a second there.
That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about this. I admit nothing. No! That's enough!
Okay.
How can you say it wasn't the spring?
This should prove it.
Kopa.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry.
Don't forget about the tarp. The tarp
If the
was
sprinklers
wet.
got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on.
Yeah.
The reason only the top half was wet was while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
No, that's wrong.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko, yeah. Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Makoto's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone. That's...
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. which is why I can't let that happen.
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
See? The tarp.
What are...
Because you
The dirty
see,
tarp.
there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Certain something at the scene how was used to cover the body. Could it have been? Could it have been the tarp?
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
Yep.
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
Yeah, but there's also one thing that can save my explanation, okay? I'm gonna say this before they talk about it, because I know they're gonna talk about it. The bomb. The bomb. The bomb was in the gym. How could I have gotten the bomb and put it on the body while I was around everyone else, huh? Because that's the exact same bomb that was in the gym. That's the one information that's gonna save my life, so...
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want me, why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. Let's make my argument. Body before the explosion, fragments near the dead body, exploded body before the explosion. That one, I think.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
Whoa.
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Yes!
No, that's wrong.
Yes!
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
Yeah, if you think about
Because
it.
the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it Or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it. Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? The blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
The chicken!
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
The chicken!
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's
Yeah,
office.
I don't know why they didn't do that.
That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
They probably didn't grab it because it would have been too risky. But still, I don't think anybody would have noticed. Like, just sneaking past by, going to the nurse's office, you know? Everybody else was in the gym, which is right next to the nurse's office, but still. Like, it's not like they would have heard anything. They're quite far. They got blood from right there in the garden. The chicken!
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
Yup.
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Okay.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around.
I guess.
Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken
That's
went
mine.
missing, which
Why can't they
provides
have,
a
like,
basis
secret
for my theory.
passageways that lead to every room?
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think
No.
so.
You can clearly see that it's not.
Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up.
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare,
How?
wouldn't you say?
It's on the top floor. It's on the top floor. Makoto would have had to run up all those stairs, run all the way to the top floor, pull out the tarp, put the tarp folded nicely inside of the shed, put the coat on it, run all the way back down, and then go to the gym. That would have taken about I don't know, more than 10 minutes. I think. I don't know math. But it takes quite a bit of time to walk through the hallways of this place. Maybe 5, but I don't really know. I don't really know how long that would have taken.
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. This guy's dead body has been added to the truth bullet. Okay?
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
My alibi will be good. You don't understand? If I dropped a bomb on you, I just gotta go and tell them about the bomb. The bomb that was in the gym and now magically wound up in the garden.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Bob?
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that
That's
knife
nice.
we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back.
The knife's sticking out. You can look at that. The knife blade is sticking out, and the knife was not that long. It was about this long. About this long, and this part is sticking out of the body. How did it go all the way through?
So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere, but that's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
It belongs to you, Makoto. Now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it? Stop doing flashbacks. I don't like these flashbacks. Flashbacks.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed.
Yep, you're acting kind of sus, Makoto.
The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto.
Spoilers. Spoilers for Danganronpa V3 that I'll play in like 2 years. Freaking the main character. The main character ends up killing someone, and that's spoilers. So, right when I said spoilers, you should have skipped it. You guys would have saw a warning on the screen. If you guys didn't want to get spoiled for Danganronpa V3, if you haven't seen it already, which, like, you guys should have. There's been many people who've, like, actually played Danganronpa, and, you guys could have also just played it yourself. But just in case you guys don't know anything about Danganronpa and are just watching this series, then spoilers. Spoilers that already happened that I would have let you know happened.
Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up until now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. The bomb. The bomb. The bomb? Fragments. I think it's gonna be fragments.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once? That automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
We've already established that the coat was put on the body after the tarp was removed, which means when the knife was thrusted through the coat into the body.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it!
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
This is hard.
The
I'm not
knife we
confused.
found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it?
I'm gonna try it on
I was afraid of
Yasuhiro
that.
one. Let's see.
If he did have that knife before, that seals it. Makoto did it!
Just because I had the knife, that automatically make.
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her.
Yes! I did it!
No, that's wrong.
Okay. Cause that was hard. I did not know which one to do.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her!
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it. Right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see. I think it's Monokuma file. Yeah.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Then the knife.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her.
And what was that?
Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
The only one explanation I can think of for an explosion. Here.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by that they wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
You.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. Okay, I can only use this one. Great.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? Then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Damn.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
I
Explosion
missed.
didn't kill her for
How
sure.
did I miss?
I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
And it wasn't then.
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it.
And more than that,
The victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire...
then
I don't
shall
know
we
how I missed
continue the
that.
debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
Well, it was wrong either way.
Shoot!
Then shall we
Continue the debate.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? Then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma
Oh, I
file,
think I know what I'm supposed to do.
that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
No, I didn't need to do that.
And that
Damn, which button is to do? I forgot which button.
the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire
Which
body.
button was it? Forgot.
Then shall we continue the debate?
Damn it.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? Then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file,
What is the button? What's the button? I can't remember. It was.
that's gotta
Of course
be
it was
it.
hold Y.
There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back
Damn,
of
I
her
missed
head.
that.
And more than that,
The victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
then shall we continue
Continue the debate.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Explosion didn't
Kill her for sure. I guess.
Are you serious?
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't then.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that
Showed she was hit. And more than that, the
This
victim
thing
had
is so
suffered countless
confusing.
wounds
Why
across
did
her
I miss
entire...
that?
Then shall we continue...
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
I knew it.
No, that's wrong.
Ah, dude, that took forever to figure out what button it was.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with...
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
No way! The balance would be all off. You're able to swing it with any kind of power.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
I feel the same way! Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know?
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder.
Yep. Real murder weapon is this.
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something. And that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
An arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kinda weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master! You have no right!
I'm not backtalking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it. Because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. Okay. Bloody duct tape.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right?
Yeah.
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
Okay, that was close.
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, 'cause in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
No, that's wrong.
Okay. We got this. We got this.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
I could deal some damage with a stick.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo lock, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
I've never been to the dojo. I never been. Nope. Bruh.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer.
Nah.
You know what will happen if you
definitely
do,
not.
don't you?
Oh yeah? Don't pretend to protect a murderer. Dude. Genocide Jill is a murderer. You know that, right? And yet everyone's protecting her.
If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
of course I remember.
Monokuma doesn't care. He's breaking his
Then
own
show
rules.
us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence. Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo?
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is...
Oh, I forgot I had that. Oh, Jesus. The cup. Okay, quickly. So that cup. You see that cup? That cup's filled with stuff. Orange or raspberry stuff, I think? It's I don't know what it is. It's some immune system thing because my grandma, she came over and, yeah, she was over here. Then afterwards, she took a COVID test and she tested positive. So now I drank that because, you know, I don't know if I have it or not. I doubt I do because my immune system is like crazy, but...
Right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up. Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
There's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something.
Tell me, please!
Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
What?
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me? That doesn't mean she... I'm going to get your soul. She knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue? Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko... She killed someone... for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait,
But I don't want to die.
I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
But are you?
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it.
Hold up. Need to quickly save. Because I believe choices are about up here.
Can you tell me I'm wrong?
Like I said, there's two endings to this.
I should know.
What? Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean? What does that mean? When the body was found.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But
Oh, I know.
could I really have done that?
I know. I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is.
Those words you
I
just
think I'm
spoke.
supposed to take one of these.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer.
I think it's all
You
they-
should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you
Hide.
Master would never hide something from—
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Is that what you're—
You stated a theory
You said I hid the evidence of my crime and then left the locker key in my own room. But
Is it that
could I
one?
really have done that?
Which one is it? I think
Those
it's-
words you
I
just-
think I have to
exactly.
take
I'm not the
Kyoko's.
killer. You should understand.
Byakuya?
Master would never.
There's proof that you— Is that what you're—
You stated you said I hid and then left.
The locker key in my own room, correct? But
Could I really have done that?
Because Kyoko
Those
doesn't
words you
have
just-
her
Exactly.
key.
I'm not the
Killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you
Hiding.
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
No,
I knew
it's
it.
wrong.
I knew it. But I missed the white noise, which I'm mad. Let's get into her room.
Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly save it now. I don't know how
Am
much
I
is left
wrong?
of this class trial.
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. I try to save her with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the mastermind had. This is a trap the mastermind had laid for us. Mastermind trap? The mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But, what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... Mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuru, and Kyoko killed her. What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. Who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. Let it go! I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. Okay, actually, never mind. I messed up. I clicked the wrong button. This is why I needed saves. Okay. And I'll save right here just so, you know. Now. No, I didn't save it properly. And pursue the line.
There was a
I
lie
did.
hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you, so let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
Kyoko is definitely lying, and it must be, because there's some other deeper truth she wants to keep hidden. Kyoko's account.
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
It's this one, but I'm just gonna see
Then,
if it's...
when we searched Kyoko's room, how else could the key have gotten there?
Someone other than me must have put it there. That's the only explanation.
Do I
I
use
didn't have the
Kyoko's
key
account?
because I'd
Given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that.
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Yeah, okay.
No, that's wrong. No. Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself. Didn't you, Kyoko?
Actually, to be precise, not quite. I use Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What?
Monokuma's secret tool?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school, which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it, so I lost. That's all this means.
Huh? Then, are you saying Kyoko, you really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
Okay.
Huh?
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up! All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
How? I was in the class trial for 2 hours last time. How is this one over?
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out!
How? 10 minutes late.
So then, it's time for voting time, okay?
That wasn't 10
Everyone,
minutes past
please
an
vote
hour
using
16.
the lever, but I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
I don't hear anything here. Why? It's really quiet. There. Woohoo! Good job! You got it right! Brilliantly right! Got it right? Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial. Kyoko!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
This one's quite boring. After school lesson. Kyoko's turning blue. Okay. And that's how the class trial of Mukuru Ikusaba came to an end. I still had to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent or, regardless, the truth was lost forever, even for me. I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Mukuru's class trial. And in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak ever again. we had obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. Okay. What happened to Toko? Peace, but only inside the school. Where'd you get your clothes from? I thought... What? Why does that baby have a full head of hair? Okay. Peace, but only for us. And why is Byakuya wearing a track jacket? Yeah, I don't know. Hope. 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 This is hope? Hey, Yasuhiro has the hairstyle he has in the anime.
No! This isn't right!
Okay, sends me right back here. Huh?
Makoto, why are you staring off into space?
So I exposed Kyoko's lair. Okay, let it go this time. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here, something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, that it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What?
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial.
I hurry, thought my phone is dying.
And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the voting time.
Huh, I'm dead, aren't I? It's definitely the bad ending. I got A's, 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 A. I got all A's. And 1,019 points. How am I gonna spend all that? Or not? Never mind. Okay, I thought I got like freaking that much freaking mana coins. I was about to say because I am not spending that
Now,
much mana coins.
who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make...
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna...
What's it gonna be, Monokuma? What's it gonna be? It was me? I was the killer? How did I not know? How could I have not had known? What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed!
Good job, everyone. Good job. Good job?
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense.
Shing!
The same as always. It's just like all the other class trials. And I'm gonna end it the same way.
Thrills!
Time
Chills!
for your
Kills!
heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I... Kyoko,
I don't expect you to forgive me.
know this is all my
I know this is all my
she's
fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Wow, we're getting executed, guys. We're going to die. We're going to die. This is the end of the game. Every time that thing goes down, Monokuma's face gets zoomed in. This is the same one as the American Kyoko one. It's the same execution. We already know what happens. Everything. We're just gonna get crushed. Ooh. Hey, yo, look, it's Alter Ego. Well, we survived that, but now we're gonna die from fall damage.
What?
What's this? What's going on? How come that didn't happen for Kyoko, though? Why did Alter Ego just randomly decide to show up for us, but not for Kyoko? Hey, what's that? Yeah, it had to be
This is...
Alter Ego. Alter Ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell, I don't believe this.
It would seem...
Seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the
What
heck?
was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch. It was a pinch and itch. A stupid virus is gone now. It got it, and so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you'll never see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit in a way, that's it. That's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words...
Now, it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What
What are
did
talking,
you say?
What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. Very soon indeed. Indeed. The massive high school towers over all other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say that, okay, with hundreds of years, this is just the beginning again. Ordinary student can enroll. Yeah. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hardwood desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Oh, okay. That's where you went. Finally, I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? How did he survive that? He fell really far. You see that thing in the corner? You see that? I don't know if I showed it at the beginning. I don't think I did, but at the beginning of the game, it shows this pre-execution thing where a rocket ship that looks like that blasts off. It happens all the way back at the beginning of the game, though. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invaded my nostrils. The stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remember all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me, and he used up the last bit of his strength to do so. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friends. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up, let's start looking for a way out of here. Okay, well, I thought it was going to send me into the screen where it shows like the part with the what's it called? The chapter thing, where it says like you finish a chapter and stuff. Yeah. Then it shows like the finished chapter screen. That's what I thought it was gonna do. But it didn't do that, so we'll just do this next time. We finished the 5th class trial. There's only one more class trial left, and that's the class trial to solve the entire thing. We're gonna beat the game in probably 2 or 3 videos, but still, guys, I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And of course, I will see you all in the next video. Peace out and bye-bye.